Hi, good afternoon. This is Juan Esteban Domínguez Solier. I am studying Licenciatura en Lenguas Extranjeras con énfasis en inglés. And this assignment is for the course Material Design. On this afternoon, I'm going to be answering 4 questions. The first question is, what was the conception of material development decades ago? Well, many years ago, decades ago, the educational material design process was not too developed as it is today. So it was just like material production, but it was not student needs based. So today we have seen how that process of the all have been developed and improved, and we have better results now than the best. For the second question, we have this. What does developing materials demand from teachers? Well, we have 6 things or 6 demands for teachers today. The first demand is having in mind diversity. We have different students, different ages, different backgrounds, and so when creating materials, we need to bring all these up into the consideration. Second is group activities. Of course, co-working helps students to strengthen and to improve their abilities when talking about learning. Third, pleasant learning activities. Every single material we design, it should be a material that is going to make a student happy. They are going to enjoy what they do. So on fourth place, we have a student need based content. It means, as mentioned before, everything we design, we should have in mind that a student they have needs and specific ways to learn. No, fifth hand, we have flexible materials. As mentioned before, by the way, uh, because we have diversity of students, many ways to learn, we need to have in mind that when designing materials, they must be uh, different. We need to know, we need to get to know, we need to get acquainted with the different students we have in front of us. And finally, we need to encourage our students. Every time they do something, we need to praise that. Because sometimes they do the activities in a different way we were like looking for or expecting for. And so sometimes when we like are so rude with them and they are going to like that's not working, maybe they are going to give up. So what we need to do is to encourage our students whatever they do, and of course we can give them a feedback. Now we have our third question, and it is, what are the components of creating adaptive didactic learning materials? We can mention 6 of them. One of these is very important, is like the most important one, as mentioned before, need assessment. What it is basically everything we're going to design is going to be based on this or based on the students' needs. Um, we need to have in mind different backgrounds, the different way our students learn. So all those things we have to pay close attention to. All right, the second one is goal and objectives. Objectives, sorry. So we need to set goals and objectives in order to follow the process. The student they can see how they have gone so far, how have they take advantage of what they have learned, so they can encourage themselves. They can see that they are achieving, they are reaching those goals. Third, we have the syllabus design, and as mentioned before, we need to have in mind, we need to consider before designing the syllabus the student needs, and not only the student need but the context need. So the content, the designer content can be appropriated for the students we have. Then we have the selecting right activities. point, and it is basically, as mentioned before, activities that can like fulfill, that can fit a student needs, a student's age, a student ways to learn, and everything we can know about the student is going to be helpful and useful. Then we have the fifth one, evaluation. Evaluation is an ongoing process. Every time we add a topic, we need to end with an evaluation. And Oscar, we need a initial evaluation, then one in the middle, and one at the end, so we can check and we can see what the students are doing wrong, so we can at the end have better results. Then finally, we have resources and constraints. Sometimes we don't have all the resources needed, so we need to use what we have at hand. And finally, we have the question: what is the principal role of the teacher when designing language learning materials? I put this on this presentation image of a shepherd with his herd, and that's the role of teacher. The teacher is one that is guiding the student in their own way to learn, so leading them to a common goal. Thank you.